Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to do a quick recap of what we learned the week before last week. Then we're going to go to our topic today, yeah? So do you remember we talked about who is Allah? And there was a surah we talked about that tells us who Allah is. Which surah was that? Yeah, Takrim. Surah Ikhlas, yes. So Surah Ikhlas was the surah that told us who Allah is, right? And who can recite Surah Ikhlas? Musa? Musa, can you recite Surah Ikhlas? MashaAllah. Okay. So in Surah Ikhlas we know Allah is how many? One. Yeah. And what does indivisible mean? Can he be broken into pieces? Can he be broken into Father, Son, Holy Spirit? No. And we know that Allah is the sustainer. Everybody needs Allah. Does Allah need anyone? No. Yeah. Does Allah have children? Does Allah have children? No. Does Allah have parents? No. Was he born? Was he always existing? Yes. Yeah. So this is who Allah is. Yeah. Very straightforward. Very simple. Now, after that, we talked about we looked at this tafsir of Surah Al-Ikhlas. Yeah, they basically said the same thing that we said. Yeah, all right. And we know that in Surah Fatiha we worship Allah alone and we seek Allah's help alone. Yeah, and we talked about what is worship in Islam. What is ibadah? Yeah, we said worship is love, worship is obedience, and worship is serving. And all these things combined is called worship, ibadah. Yeah, so you have to love Allah, you have to obey Allah, and you have to serve Allah. So this is what ibadah means. Then we talked about what is love. So you know how the mother loves the children. So mother is always attached to the children. There is devotion, there is loyalty, there is affection, there is passion, there is emotion, and there is valuing. So you see the mother and the child. Mother loves the child. Does Allah love us more than the mother? Yes. Allah loves us so much more. All the mercy of Allah. 99 part he kept with himself, only one part he give it to the world. He gives it in the world. So so on the day of judgment, Allah is going to give us another 99%. And he is going to save us from the hellfire. You see, Allah created the mother. So Allah is more merciful than the mother, right? You understand? Yeah. So who's the most merciful? Allah. Yeah. And we said, what is obedience? Obedience is, if somebody tells you something, you listen to it, right? If Allah tells us to pray, to worship Him, to be good to your parents, to give charity, we do that. That is called obedience, right? Yeah. And what else was there? Serving. Serving means serving the cause of Allah. What is the cause of Allah? That is spreading Islam. Yeah. We need to tell other people about Islam. We need to live by Islam. We need to live by the Quran. This is how we serve the deen of Allah, the religion of Allah. Yeah. Do you remember this? Or you talked about all this? Yeah. Yeah. And we said that if we can't worship anyone more than Allah, Allah has to be number one priority. If we love anyone more than Allah, that becomes what? What kind of sin? Shirk, yes. If we love more than Allah anyone, that becomes shirk. Because Allah tells us in the Quran, the one who believe in Allah, they love Allah more. Yeah, they love Allah more than anything. And we said also, we have to obey Allah as well. And we talked about these verses from the Quran that tells that, we have to love Allah, we have to serve Allah. For example, this one we say, Qul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. Surely my prayer, my sacrifice, my life and my death is all for who? For Allah. So that is called serving Allah. That is serving the deen of Allah. Okay? Alright. So also we talked about dua. You know, dua is sometimes we call upon Allah. Allah, I have an exam tomorrow. You know, Allah, you help me so that I can do good. Oh Allah, I'm sick, you give me cure. Yeah? Oh Allah, I want a little brother. You know, arrange for me a little brother. So all of these things Allah can help. Yeah, that's called dua, seeking out help from Allah. And how do we make dua? We said we can make dua by the beautiful names and attributes of Allah, like Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Khaliq, Al-Bari, Al-Musawwir, all of these things. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. And we said we can also make dua by saying, Allah, I believe in you. We can also make dua by doing good deeds, saying that Allah, I gave $5 in charity, so I'm making dua to you, you accept my dua. We can do that. Alright? So this is the hadith. And Prophet Muhammad said, dua is worship. Dua is ibadah. Or dua is the essence of worship. So, you know, we are only allowed to make dua to Allah. Because dua is worship. And we also said, what is the biggest sin in Islam? Can you say it out loud? Biggest sin in Islam. What is the biggest sin in Islam? Shirk. Yes. So what is shirk? Shirk is associating partners with Allah. For example, we talked about different types of shirk. Actually, we didn't look at this one. Do you want to look at this one? Okay. What's going on the internet?
Hearing the truth. The Quran and the Sunnah indicate that the act of shirk sometimes expels a person from hearing the truth. Hearing the truth. The Quran and the Sunnah indicate that the act of shirk.
What's going on?
Hearing the truth. The Quran and the Sunnah indicate that the act of shirk sometimes expels a person from the religion of Islam, sometimes it does not. Therefore, Islamic scholars divided shirk into the categories of major shirk and minor shirk. Major shirk, shirk al-akbar in Arabic, is a very serious sin. It takes one out of the fold of Islam. Major shirk is ascribing to someone other than God, or in Arabic, something that belongs only to God, such as lordship, ru'yah, divinity, and the divine names and attributes of God. These gods can be in the form of priests, kings, objects, animals, spirits, or anyone or anything other than Allah. Major shirk can come in the form of beliefs, words, or actions. Major shirk can be seen outwardly, such as when one worships idols or graves. It can be hidden, such as when one relies upon gods other than Allah. Major shirk occurs when one prays or supplicates to one other than Allah. Major shirk includes believing someone or something other than Allah creates, gives life and death, and is in control of everything. Major shirk also includes the belief that someone other than Allah must be obeyed. Major shirk also includes the belief that others apart from Allah have knowledge they can see. Major shirk also includes the act of loving something that is a created being equally of more than Allah. For example, this occurs when one is emotionally attached to wealth, and they make it to take it to their goal in life. Wealth becomes everything to them. Those individuals took money as their God. Major shirk also includes loving creates one who desires one Allah. Consequently, one would follow their desires even if it leads to disobeying God. Such one takes their desires as their God, and they act according to their limits. God states, have you seen he who has taken as God his own desire, and Allah has set him strength to invite him after Allah, then will you not be reminded? Minor shirk in Arabic, does not make the doer a disbeliever or one from the fold of Islam. However, minor shirk is still a very serious sin. Minor shirk includes everything that may lead to major shirk. Minor shirk includes any action which is done in order to gain praise, fame, or any other worldly purpose. This is considered shirk because the individual is doing an action for other people instead of for the sake of God. Examples of this can be in the form of praying to God in front of others with the intention to gain praise from the people, or the example of one donating to charity with the intention of showing off to gain fame or any other worldly purpose. When one commits such action, the good action gets nullified and the doer receives no reward for it. Our Prophet stated, "The thing that I fear most for you is minor shirk." His companions responded, "What is minor shirk?" He responds via, "Truly, Allah shall say on the day of resurrection to the people who used to do good deeds for show, go to those whom you were showing off with your deeds in worldly life and see if you can find with them recompense." Minor shirk also includes swearing oaths made by those other than Allah. For example, saying "I swear by such and such." It can be major shirk depending on certain situations. Minor shirk can also include the belief in evil omens or superstitions. When the act of minor shirk becomes a habit in all of one's deeds, it becomes major shirk. One should be conscious of shirk, as this evil can be inconspicuous and not be as noticeable. Our Prophet stated that shirk al-khafi, the inconspicuous shirk in the Muslim nation, is more inconspicuous than the creeping of a black ant on a black rock in the pitch darkness of the night. Therefore, one should take extra precaution to avoid the commission of this sin. According to the Quran, one who commits shirk and believes in a deity other than Allah will live a life of constant fear and anxiety. We will cast terror in their hearts of those who disbelieve for what they have associated with Allah, of which He had not sent down any authority. And their refuge will be the fire, and wretched is the residence of the wrongdoers. Quran 3:151. Our Prophet narrated, "Whoever guides another to a good deed, whoever guides."
Okay. So we learned from this something new that we didn't cover before. That if you try to show off to someone when you're praying, that's minor shirk, yeah? And minor shirk is like a black ant on a black rock in a dark night, right? It's very hard to see, very hard to identify. So you might be praying, you might think you're praying, but if you're praying to show off, that's minor shirk, yeah? And you should be praying to satisfy who only? Yes.
To Allah.
To Allah, yes. Only, yeah.
The rock is actually obsidian because inside the rock, because it has like black on it.
Yes, obsidian has black on it. Yes, you're right. Okay, so this was what we talked about. And we said, what is shirk? Giving the right of Allah to someone else. For example, saying that someone else created me, someone else is giving me sustenance, someone else is, curing me when I'm sick. So that is called shirk, or comparing someone with Allah in His names and attributes. For example, if you say someone is a Rahman, that's not right. That's shirk, right? Yeah. Or someone else is giving me death and life. That's, the attributes of Allah, you can't give it to anyone else. That's called shirk. And then we learned, how people can commit shirk. We said people can commit shirk in thinking. If this guy thinks that is God, that's shirk. Because this is made of stones and bones and metals. That can't be God, right? Huh? It can't even move. It's not God. But this guy is believing it. So he's committing what? Shirk. He's committing shirk. Yeah. And also we said people can commit shirk. How we think about Batman, Superman. Back in the days, people make up these things. Zeus, I don't know what is this called. Poseidon. Poseidon. God of the sea. So you see these things people make up. You know how we made up Spider-Man, Superman? Yeah, these are superstitions. But in time, with generation goes by, they started worshipping them. And that's all mythical stuff. And we know people that also commit shirk. For example, the Christian, they think the God is three. Prophet Isa alayhi salam is God. They think, and these guys thinks everything is God. They think the tree is God, the sun is God, the moon is God. The Hindus think that. That's called pantheism. That's also shirk. These are the people commit shirk in their thoughts. And also we said that if somebody else gives us law, contrary to the law of Allah, and if you believe they have the right to give you law, that's called shirk. Yes.
The Pope died.
The Pope died. Yeah, I know.
The guy in the white, he died. Good luck in Jahannam.
And also we said, also in the video we learned that if somebody, that they make everything, their goal, their whole life about making money, that can also be what? That can also be what? Shirk. Yeah. So your priority number one has to be Allah. If your priority is the Allah, that's not shirk. That's called tawheed. Okay. Then we also talked about shirk. If somebody puts an amulet or it's called thinking that that's gonna save him, from harm, that's called shirk. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, whoever wears an amulet is committed shirk. And also, if somebody says that somebody else, for example, this guy is saying Isa alayhi salam is God, that's called shirk. Yeah. Yeah. If somebody says somebody other than Allah is God, that's called shirk. And also, people commit shirk by worshipping a statue. Anything other than Allah. If people worship anything other than Allah, that's shirk. That's a big cross, right? That's a big cross. If these guys are worshipping the statue, that's a big cross. We can only worship who? Allah. We can only make sujud to who? Allah. Who can only we pray to who? Only Allah. Yeah. For example, also your bad habits can become shirk as well. So this guy is always taking drugs. He doesn't care about prayer. He doesn't care about worshipping Allah. That can also be shirk. Why? Because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, have you seen the person who took their desire as God? If your desire takes over, if let's say the person who takes drugs, all he's thinking about is taking drugs all the time, doesn't pray, doesn't come to the masjid, doesn't want to worship Allah, doesn't want to acknowledge Allah, that can be what? Shirk. Yeah. Also, we also learned about some practical shirk. For example, some people, they're making sujud in a grave. Yeah, they're praying to the grave. That's called shirk. This guy is also praying towards the grave. That's called shirk. Big cross. Yeah, we did a big cross last time. Do you remember? Yeah. These are all practical shirk that we see in our society. And also making statues, serving the statues is also shirk. Yeah. And also making pictures and praying to the pictures is also what? Shirk. So all of these things we learn that they are shirk. Alright. Also praying to someone other than Allah is what? Shirk. Yeah. So all these things we learned last week. Alhamdulillah. So we're gonna go. This was a quick recap of what we learned last week. Yeah. Is that all clear to you? What is shirk? Yeah. And we talked about some scenarios. Yeah. Believing someone else is our first priority. And Allah is our second priority. Is that a shirk? Yes. Because who's our first priority? Allah. Yeah. All right. So that was what we learned last time. Pani chao. Uncle ke bolo, uncle to pani dan to uncle. All right. So today our topic is this one. There was a quick recap of what we learned last week. Okay, so today our topic is what? Amanah. Who can tell me what Amanah is? Yeah. Nah. Amanah is not intention. Yes. Who knows what Amanah is? Yeah. No, that's called shirk. What is Amanah? Anyone? No? Okay, so this is a new concept you're going to learn today. Amanah. All right, imagine I'm going away on a holiday. Yeah? And I have my laptop. I don't want to take my laptop in my holiday, right? So I call Abdullah. Abdullah, come here. Abdullah, I'm going on holiday. You keep this with you. Yeah, when I come back, I'm gonna take it from you. All right. So Abdullah goes and sit there. All right. So I go to holiday, going to Bangladesh, enjoying. Then I come back. Oh, that was a big trip. Abdullah, how are you? Good. Thank you. Can I have my laptop back, please? Thank you. Do you know what Abdullah did? He fulfilled an amanah. So this laptop was an amanah when I gave it to Abdullah to keep. Yeah. So amanah means trust. I'm trusting him with something. Yeah. So look at these pictures now. So this guy is going on holiday. Yeah. This guy is going on holiday. Where is he going? Africa. He's going to Africa. Dubai. Okay, he's going to Africa first, then he's going to Dubai. And he has a lot of money. Yeah, he doesn't want to carry all the cash. Why? He can lose it. Yeah, he can get robbed in Dubai. Dubai doesn't have that. Maybe in Africa, they can get robbed. So this money, he gives it to someone to keep. Yeah, to keep. Now this guy is going on holiday. He's giving his friend money to keep. So I don't wanna take all this money with me. I wanna give you some. I wanna keep it with you, but you're gonna give me back. Yeah. So what happens? His friend counts all the money. Yeah. Now what happens when he comes back? He said, "Come on, my friend. This is your money back." Then what he does? He said, "Okay, thank you very much. Give it to me," and puts in his pocket. So did the friend keep the trust? No. Nah, he did. He fulfilled the trust. Nah, he didn't take the money. He gave it back when he came back. So he's giving it back. Yeah, he has no more money anymore. He is giving it back. So he's keeping the trust. He's fulfilling the trust. Does it make sense? So if you take something, someone loans you something, you give it back, you're fulfilling the amanah. Yeah? Easy? Does it make sense? Okay, another example. Okay, we'll come back to this later. Alright, this is probably easy to follow. Okay. This is Lakemba pizza, probably. Yeah? He's making pizza. Now this guy is trusting this delivery guy with the pizza. So what is the amanah what is he trusting him with? Pizza. The pizza is the amanah. Now, when the guy comes to your door and gives you the pizza, that means he has fulfilled his trust. He's fulfilled his amanah. So if I give you money, or you take money from me, you borrow the money, when you give it back, that's fulfilling the amanah. Okay? Easy concept? If somebody, alright. So this is one thing we learn. For example, in this case, somebody tells you to keep something for him, you keep it, and then you give it back. That's amanah. Yeah? And that's keeping the amanah. And also somebody gives you a job. For example, this guy gave him a job to deliver the pizza. He does the job. He fulfills the what? Amanah. Yeah. So if somebody gives you a job, and you fulfill the job, that's called Amanah. Why talking? No talking. Alright. Another example. Okay. Okay. Now, these guys, both of them are teachers. Yeah? No, listen, don't do this. Both of them are teachers. Both of them have a job. Who is fulfilling the Amanah and who's not? Tell me. Huh? You say, no, wait, you say. Who's fulfilling the trust? First one, fulfilling the trust. And is he fulfilling the trust? Why? Why? Yes. So so she was entrusted with doing a job. He got a job that her job is to teach the children. What is she teaching? Maths. Yeah. And now she is teaching. So she is fulfilling. She is. When I am talking, nobody else talk. Yeah. When I ask question, then you talk. So when she is teaching, she is fulfilling the Amanah. Yeah. But if you are not doing the job, are you fulfilling the Amanah? No. Are you keeping the Amanah? No, you are not. You are not doing the right thing. So you understand? The Amanah can be something that is entrusted with you, like money. Somebody gives it to you to keep. Or it can be a job. You know, this guy has a job. Or it can be a responsibility that you have to do. So this is called Amanah. Now, question. Question. Is Islam an Amanah? Why? Yes, 100%. Very good, very good. So, Islam is an Amanah from Allah. Why? Allah gave us a job. Allah gave us some responsibilities. What is our first responsibility? Shahada. So, to testify, Allah is one and Prophet Muhammad is his messenger. Yeah? That's our first Amanah. Our second Amanah is what? Salah. And also we do what? Zakah. Another Amanah is, another responsibility is Saum. Another responsibility is this one. Reading Quran. Another responsibility is jihad. MashaAllah. So all of these things Allah has given us this Islam as an Amanah. Yes, uncle. This is Dr. Zakir Naik, yeah. And this guy just became a Muslim. He's saying Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. That's your best Amanah. That's your biggest Amanah. Yeah? That you have to acknowledge Allah is one and worship Him alone. Okay. Takrim, sorry, Taraj, can you read this? You see this word, amanatikum? That means your trust. So Allah is saying, He, O believers, do not betray Allah and His messenger, nor betray your trust knowingly. So Allah is saying, you know, it's an Amanah. If somebody... Why? Why? Can you wait another half an hour? Then you can play. Maybe 15 minutes, yeah? I want to see who else is talking when I'm talking. You don't have to come here if you want to talk here or play. Is that clear? Okay. So, Allah says, do not betray Allah and His messenger. So how do we betray Allah and His messenger? If we don't fulfill our responsibility, like we learned in He, if we don't do all these things, we'll be betraying Allah and His messenger, right? And we have to keep our trust. For example, our trust is doing our job properly. So that's an Amanah we have to do. Our job, our trust is, you know, if we get a job, Somebody tells us to give someone something, we do that. We don't consume it. By the way, I think this guy is not keeping his amanah. How many pizzas did he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only has 2. He ate 3 already. So he's not keeping his amanah.
He might be keeping his amanah. Maybe the family ordered 2 and then another family ordered 4.
Okay.
He put that 3.
Maybe. We don't know yet. Okay. Alright. So, after that, okay, now, this is a question. Is our body an amanah? Yeah? Teeth is part of our body, right? Is it amanah or not? Yes or no? Yes? Who says yes? Raise your hand. Okay. Who says no? Teeth is not an amanah. Who says it's no? It's not a. You saying it's not a trust? It's not an amanah? Okay. Why do you say it's not an amanah? Tell me. Okay. Who's saying it's an amanah and why? Okay, you tell me. Say it. You don't know? No, not you. Someone else. Not you. Yeah, Takrim.
Because your body keeps the food, and then where else could you put it? Can you put it in your hand?
What are you talking about? Okay.
I know.
No, not you. Someone else. Okay, you say. South say.
You have to keep your teeth clean, and you have to make it clean so that you don't get hair and you can live forever.
Yeah, but why though? That's the question. Why is it amanah? No. Okay, someone else? No, wait, not you. Yeah, you say it. Yeah.
Because what? Your teeth is trusting you to brush them?
No. Yeah, you say it.
Because Allah gave you the teeth.
100%. You got it right. Allah gave you the teeth. Allah entrusted you with the teeth. Yeah? And you have to keep it clean. Yeah? When you pray, you come to the masjid. Can you come with a bad smell in your teeth? No. You should brush your teeth, do miswak and come. So, what about this guy? Is he keeping his trust?
Yes.
Yeah, he's keeping an amanah. What about her?
No.
I don't want to brush my teeth. Okay, who doesn't brush the teeth here? Who doesn't want to brush the teeth? Okay. So always remember, look. A Muslim does everything for who? Allah. For the sake of Allah. Allah trusted you with this teeth. Allah trusted you with this body. So this body has right over you. Your teeth has right over you. And what is that right? You have to clean it properly. Yeah? Easy? Okay. Now another one. Is our body an amanah? Yeah. So who's keeping the amanah and who's not keeping the amanah? So tell me. Are they keeping the amanah? Yeah. They're exercising. They're looking after their body that Allah gave, right? Are they looking after their body? Okay. So you understand the concept of amanah now? It's a large concept. There's a lot of things. But it's easy to understand as well. Okay, I'm gonna come back with this hadith. Let me explain the things first. Okay. Now, who? Okay. Is our house an amanah? Yes or no? Yes. Who's keeping the amanah? Who's fulfilling the amanah? Yeah. Him. Allah gave you houses, right? Allah gave you house. Maybe you're renting, maybe you own it. Can you just do this like this boy? No. What? Huh? Yeah. Why? Because Allah has trusted you with the house, right? Allah has trusted you with this house. So should we just mess it up like that? No. Okay, if you did it, seek tawbah, say astaghfirullah, I'm not gonna do it again, yeah? Okay. Now, who is our job and amana? Yes, because Allah told us to work, yeah? Work hard and make a living. Seek out His risk. Yeah, to seek out risk is our job and amana? Yes. So who's fulfilling the amana? Who's doing the amana? This guy or that guy? This guy? No? This guy? Yeah. Okay. How come he's fulfilling the amana?
He's working and he's risking his life.
He's not. Yeah, probably. And this guy, he should be working, but he's doing what? Nah, he's not supposed to sleep at work. He should be sleeping at home. When he comes to work, he should be working like this guy, right? Okay. Huh? He's a what?
Maybe every day he does that. He's a gold digger. Wait, maybe every day he does that.
He's gonna get fired because if the supervisor sees him, he's sleeping like this, he's gonna get fired because he's not doing his job.
Maybe he does that every day, but get money.
Okay. Now this is another question. Now another question. Another question.
Oh, that's so easy.
Is our study amana? Huh? Yes or no? Who says yes? The studying is amana. Okay. Okay. And who says no? Okay, all of you are right. Studying is amana. Why? Allah says the first verse revealed to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is what? Do you know? Yes. Iqra bismi rabbika allati khalaq. So Allah is telling you to read, to recite. So studying is an what? Amana. Allah told us to do that. Yeah? Reading, studying is an amana. So when we read or study, we should be reading it for who? Because Allah told us to. Yeah? Okay. Who's fulfilling the amana? Him. He's reading. What is this? 2 times 2 is what? 4. So he. Yeah, 2 times. And what is this guy doing? Is he fulfilling the amana?
No, he's wasting paper.
He's wasting paper and he's wasting time as well, right? Okay. Alright. So you understand the amana, there's a lot of things that we do day to day. We have to think this is a trust from Allah, guys. We have to say to ourselves, our study, our health, our teeth is a trust from Allah. So we need to fulfill our trust. We need to do our responsibilities, yeah? Okay, now this one is a tricky one. Huh? Okay. Now, is our time an amana? Yes? Who gave us time? Allah. Do we have a limited amount of time or do we have a lot of time? Very limited. Our time finishes when we die. So, what is this guy? Is he watching an iPad or something?
iPad kid. Look at that kid.
Huh? His posture is so bad. What is this guy doing? So are they fulfilling the amana of time? Who gave us time? Allah gave us time. And did Allah tell us to waste time? No. Wasting time is haram, right? Yeah. Yes, uncle. He's wasting food as well. Look, he's got pizza and stuff. He's got such a big. Yeah. Okay. What about him? Is he fulfilling his amana? Are they fulfilling their amana? Are they fulfilling their amana? Yeah. So, okay. So now today you're gonna learn. You learned what amana is. This is gonna help you a lot. Okay, now, okay, listen. Okay, we skip the hadiths before, guys. We skip the hadiths before. So maybe quickly we'll do the hadith. Then I've got a ball here. You can play here. I know you don't have soccer outside. Maybe you can play here a little bit. Okay. Okay. Who can read this out? Nah, Arif, right? Arif, can you read this out? Guys.
Take a bucket of your part before you start. So you hurry up before your old age, your health before your children, your riches before your poverty, your clean heart before your work, your life before your death.
One more time,
yeah, loudly.
Even at brass recorded, the messenger of Allah preaches that hereupon he said, take advantage of pride before pride, your wealth before your old age, your health before your illness, your riches before your poverty, your clean heart before your work, and your life before your death.
Yes. So you see, our time is limited. One day we're gonna be like this, in a coffin. Yeah, and they're going to bury us. They're gonna pray Salatul Janaza, and they're gonna take us to Rockwood Cemetery probably, and they're gonna bury us. So our time is limited. In this hadith, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is saying, take care of 5 things before other thing happens. One of these things is your life before your death. So your time is precious. Your time is precious. With our time, can we be doing all this and wasting time? No. Can we be wasting time like that? No. Like these guys? No. We have to be like this guy, right? We can't waste time at work. We have to be like this guy. So all of these thing is the teachings from Islam, that you have to be honest, you have to be upright, and you have to fulfill your duties. You can't be irresponsible, right guys? Okay. And this one we'll skip for now. There's another hadith I wanted to talk to you about. This one. Okay. So we're talking about trust. Abu Hurairah reported, Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, among the signs of the hypocrite. You know what a hypocrite is?
Yes.
What is it in Arabic? Munafiq. Munafiq, yes. So a munafiq person, a hypocrite. You know what a hypocrite is in English? Do you know? Nah. A hypocrite is he says something, but he doesn't do it. Yeah. So Prophet Muhammad said, a munafiq is a person, a hypocrite is a person. When he speaks, he says what? Lies. So when he speaks, he lies. When he's giving a promise, he breaks the promise, right? And he is entrusted with something, he betrays it. So this is a munafiq. Are we munafiqs? No. We are Muslims. Yeah? Hasina is a hypocrite? Okay.
Who is Hasina?
Okay. So, guys, we'll finish in 2 minutes. Yeah? We'll finish in 2 minutes. So, what did we learn today? What was the concept that we learned today, guys? Yes. Amanah. So, when you go home, can you explain what Amanah is to your parents? Yes. Inshallah. So you guys have been very good. Jazakallah khair. This is the end of the lesson. You can eat your pizza, you can play he, but there's no soccer outside today. Jazakallah khair.